Hi, it's Jeff.
And Denise from Mousesteps.com.
And this is episode number 250.
250.
Of Mousesteps Weekly.
Sponsored by MEI Travel and MouseFan Travel. We are looking ahead now to the Epcot Festival of the Arts and Epcot Flower and Garden Festival. Although we're still talking about Christmas, it's just a couple weeks away from especially the Festival of the Arts and about 2 months away from the, I think a lot about Epcot because everything sort of revolves around around the festivals. But anyway, check with MEI Travel and MouseFan Travel for travel to Walt Disney World or Disneyland or Adventures by Disney.
Or Disneyland Paris.
Or Disneyland Paris. Actually, Becky, the owner, is in Paris right now. She just visited Disneyland Paris.
Not only that, she has been to every Disney park this year.
Yes.
We need to do that someday.
So they can answer, like, if you want to go to Shanghai, if you want to go to Tokyo. They've been to all the parks this year. So so anyway, they can give you up-to-date information on any park you want to go to. Plus, they've done Disney Cruise Line and all of that, too.
Definitely check them out. We're going to start off at, of course, Epcot.
And Epcot was looking really nice on the day that we went. I don't want to say just one day. We've been there many days. But on this particular day, I don't know if it was too cold. It's been really chilly lately, although we're warming up to about 80 now. But we headed to Living with the Land.
Yes, it's the Living with the Land holiday.
That's what I call it. And they have new signs now, Happy Holidays from Living with the Land. They did not have that before. Plus, the snowman looks better than ever. He actually looks a little nicer, and he's got his skis.
Everything looks great. You know, this is the closest we get here at Walt Disney World to a Christmas overlay on an attraction, on a classic attraction.
Well, you have the Jingle Cruise, but I think this is better
than
Jingle Cruise.
Oh, yes, I forgot about the Jingle Cruise.
Yes, so we actually have that overlay, and then we have, I think they do such a great job with this, especially since it's not, like, listed. It's not an overlay attraction. As far as, they don't say that.
We can easily change it. You could have singing of Christmas carols in the land. You can do that unofficially and turn it into a completely unofficial overlay.
I think they're on their way. And you have, like, right here, you have these containers, and they are wrapped in bows, and there's a cotton wreath, and there's other wreaths as well. There's a wreath made of peppers. I don't know if you'll get that.
Of course.
So, well, there's another wreath on my side, and I forget what it was, but anyway, there's a bunch of different wreaths, and I really enjoyed that.
And the reindeer, the little Rudolph there, although his nose hasn't grown into the red yet.
Do you think it will turn red?
I think
because
so.
last year it was red.
Yeah, I think it just needs to grow into that color.
Oh, or else maybe he's just not Rudolph. Maybe he's a non. Oh, there's this is a chili wreath.
Yes.
I think that's what it is. Or is it a pepper wreath? Sorry, it's probably a pepper wreath.
You're chilly all the time.
I know, I am.
You're
freezing.
Always cold because it was
freezing.
like 60 today.
And there's another pepper wreath. I just think it's so inventive what they do, and there's a lot of different things this year to see if you're here for the holidays inside the land.
And they also do a more scaled down version for Halloween.
Yes, and I mean, this is way more than what they do for Halloween. And here you can see like a Christmas tree with ornaments and such. And we're about to see even more festiveness in a second. Festiveness. It's like
for the rest of us.
No. So anyway, they don't normally, where this lab is, have decorations, but we're coming up onto not only some presents and such, like a present of lettuce, but you can see all of these like snowflakes and such, and
all kinds of things. Christmas balls.
Yeah, I just think that's pretty cool, and that's not something they've done before. I've never seen it, so I thought that was very nice.
So I thought so too. I think they did a great job at the land. And this is actually part 2, mostly nighttime of our Epcot Festival of the Holidays.
Yes,
Festival of the Holidays.
You can buy merchandise with either name on it because they still have some Holidays Around the World merchandise.
And we're looking at a new development this year, Mostly Kosher, and we both love them.
So Mostly Kosher seems to be based in Los Angeles and it seems to have a lot of members. Some of them right now are Disney California Adventure, some are here. This was fantastic, and they used to have a Jewish storyteller telling the story of Hanukkah inside the American Adventure,
like the Kwanzaa storyteller.
Yes, but this time they actually have at least 2 different groups here, because we've seen a totally different group Mostly Kosher
Right,
as well.
right. And they're both great. They're different. They had this show we're watching is a female singer, and then we saw a male singer, and I would want to watch both full sets.
I thought if you're at not Festival of the Holidays,
It's so easy.
I
to make that
definitely recommend stopping by and checking out the shows here. They really are excellent.
And if you sit up close, you might get pulled into the show. So a little warning for you there.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I know Denise doesn't always like that.
I don't like audience participation. I don't generally participate.
We watch from a safe distance.
Yes. Well, we didn't know. You can say no, but there was a little dancing and all that going on.
And now we're going to go from Mostly Kosher to the Candlelight Processional. And on this day, who do we have here?
Kurt Russell, who we have seen also at Disneyland for their Candlelight Processional. We also see Matt Dabrowski.
So serious, very serious looking at Mr. Russell there.
So, yeah, and he's a very good candlelight narrator. We saw a tiny bit of Trace Adkins also because my niece was in one of the shows as a high school student in the choir.
Well, what's interesting, the shot you're looking at here was taken from outside the theater. I was able to get this close with the video camera, and you did a great job with your still camera too. So you can still see and enjoy the candlelight if you get there somewhat early and stand outside the theater. Again, this is outside the theater.
Right. If you don't want a seat or don't need a seat, you can still watch the Candlelight Processional. I do recommend getting there early. Even if you have a package now, you might want to be there an hour early. If you want to...
that's right. We had the package line went all the way past Morocco, right, the other day?
Yes, but if you show up last minute with a package, you still can get a seat. You're not going to get a front seat, but you'll get a seat towards the back.
Guaranteed a seat.
Right.
Correct.
So I probably would do that. Or stand in the non-package line. We don't really do the packages unless there's somebody we really, really want to see.
Yeah, I think the last time we did a package is Amy Grant. Yeah, one of your favorites.
Probably 3 or 4 years ago.
Candlelight never disappoints. Another great year. We will definitely get there and sit for a full show by the time Christmas is over. And yeah, you always have to do Candlelight.
Yes, and Illuminations, which I think we're going to be talking about now as well.
We're going to jump right into the finale, the Let There Be Peace on Earth holiday tag.
But it sounds kind of like war. Like it's like
it is very much.
I always have to cover my ears because it's so loud. It makes me laugh because it's like let there be peace on earth and like boom 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 boom. And I always probably say that.
Peace on earth than gigantic explosions.
Yeah. So yeah, it always freaks me out pretty much every year. So I have to I stand back and plug my ears for the most part. But it is a beautiful holiday tag.
I must admit, though, I do still prefer the Walter Cronkite version.
I like that one better, too, but this is still very nice, and if you happen to be at Epcot for the holidays, it's definitely worth sticking around for.
Well, they've enhanced it over the years. There's certainly more lasers. There's a completely different fireworks show, and here we go. Here is the big finale.
Yes, and Siemens no longer sponsors it, so you don't see that on the globe, but you still see the Good Night and... all of the different Guten Nacht. Is it Guten Nacht? I'm trying to remember. I learned so little German in 2 years of German high school.
You will be definitely seeing it soon. We're going to show one of my favorite parts is after all this, the exit of the park. So many beautiful places to see.
Actually, I'd like to take the tripod and, take some photos of, they still had the lights on all the buildings, and I don't know if that's every night.
All the countries,
All the countries, yes. And I thought that was very nice. So stick around, maybe do a lap. You can stay in World Showcase a little bit. You can see the lights are on.
There.
I would want to take the tripod and take photos there.
Epcot always so beautiful at night, but especially during the holidays.
And we haven't seen Joyful yet, and they are on this stage. They do not have the a cappella group this year there, but you can see the Voices of Liberty as the Dickens carolers inside American Adventure. And I always enjoy seeing all of the different good nights on the Spaceship Earth.
I think Joyful is the very last thing that we need to see, and then we'll have seen everything at the Festival of the Holidays.
I think so. I don't know if I've seen every storyteller, not the UK storyteller I haven't seen. And here is Mickey and Minnie.
In their classic rainbow outfits, which I have pictures of me with them back in the 80s.
And did you post one here? Do we
I
have
did
one?
not. I did not think to do that, and I probably should. It was Goofy wearing one of these get-ups.
And this is our Art of Disney. I thought it was at Mouse Gear, and Jeff thought it was at Mouse Gear, and separately we were looking for them at different times, but they are at Art of Disney, and I thought that was really a cool photo opportunity.
Well, I think for video, it's even nicer here at night with the lighting package and everything that they have. So very nice, very nice. They didn't need to do that, so I thought it was pretty cool. So again, that is part 2 of our Epcot Festival of the Holidays coverage. If anything else pops up, we will. It will not be hard to twist our arms to make us go back to Epcot and see some more of this.
Well, we already plan to go back at some point. We just don't know when.
Yes, but now we're going to do something totally different. It's Ripley's Believe It or Not.
And we went to Ripley's Believe It or Not to see the Marilyn Monroe dress that cost $5 million. It's
$5 million!
Most expensive dress ever as far as the Guinness Book of World Records. So they won that. And the Orlando Ripley's has it just through about the end of the year, maybe a little bit longer. There's no exact date, but we know at least till the end of the year.
Well, on our way to the dress, we checked out all the other Ripley stuff. This was fascinating. This room looks like it's on a tilt downward, but actually somehow it's upward. Must be force perspective or something like that, but quite amazing. I mean, it looks like the pool table is slanted down towards you, but every time you throw the ball, it goes in the hole.
It's actually been a few years at least since we've been here, and it's really enjoyable, so I don't know why we don't go back more often, so I'm glad we were able to this time.
I loved it.
Yes,
it was a lot.
It was really
fun.
We did. And so here's Marilyn Monroe. This is not the dress, but it is a replica of the dress. The real dress that she sang Happy Birthday, Mr. President to John F. Kennedy in 1962 is right here. I believe that's bulletproof glass. It's watched like a hawk.
Oh, yeah, there's an actual guard there at all times. But, we told him what was going on, so he was actually quite helpful for us.
Well, I just thought it was really cool to see it. She sang this to him at a gala. I didn't realize it was at Madison Square Garden. There was so much entertainment that night, but really all I know about this event is Marilyn Monroe singing to
Right,
him.
who knew that there was this whole other, cast of people there, all sorts of big-time celebrities, and I didn't know that they actually sewed the dress onto her like minutes before the performance.
And Bob Mackie designed the dress. I think it was his first dress, and he was 22 years old when he did it. And there is all of the other entertainment that nobody knows anything about.
Yeah, so we need to see the full show if it exists somewhere.
I don't know. We'll have to look that up. But she obviously was very famous for this. There's also some other, we're looking at some other artifact type items. They have different other items like her first stole.
$100,000. Everything is expensive when it deals with Marilyn Monroe, isn't it? I don't want to win that title, $5 million for the dress, by the way. I will forego that title.
Wait, you weren't offered the title.
I'm just saying that Guinness, that's the world record spent for a dress.
Well, we don't have that kind of money.
Yeah.
There is a gala ticket, one of them. So it's a real gala ticket, and that would have been a really interesting event to be part of with all the different entertainment. And I guess it was a Democratic also fundraiser. So it was...
Neither of us was alive yet.
No, we weren't alive yet.
So we're not that old.
So we walked around a little bit. This is near the end of the... This is, the second to last room or so? And
right.
You've got, I think his name's Robert Ludlow, who was the tallest man ever.
And here is an actual piece of the Berlin Wall, which we have seen a number of these Berlin Wall pieces because they have one at the Newseum in Washington, D.C., and we saw that this year. And they also have one over by the Hard Rock.
Yes. And we have a number of different Ripley's personalities. They're from like many years ago, all of them, I believe. I think they have Lizard Man, and I think he's more current, but most of these are not.
Well, the Eye Popper here is a classic. I mean, look at, he's been there for many, many years, and you can sit down and take pictures with them. It's a lot of fun, actually.
And you can see little bits of information about a little sign for each one of them.
So you could spend a good amount of time at Ripley's if one wanted.
And this is in the Orlando Eye area, so there's a lot to do over there, and that would definitely, for us, would take a few hours if we had that type of time this visit.
But we had to head over to Universal Studios because we haven't seen Christmas there yet. Actually, we're going to Islands of Adventure first, and we're going to check out Grinchmas at Seuss Landings.
Grinchmas is probably, as far as the show, probably my favorite show in the Orlando area, although there's a lot of good ones. But for Christmas, Grinchmas is really high up there on the list for me.
I just think that even the decorating, it's daytime. The decorating looks great. It was a beautiful day.
Yes, and I think was it cold this day? I bet it was.
It was
It's
cold.
been really
Indeed,
chilly
it was
lately.
Cold.
I remember
chilly meaning 60.
Yes, it was cold, but it was not busy. We actually were able to go on a not busy day, which was very nice. We walked onto Spider-Man. Like, no wait for Spider-Man.
We will show that actually coming up at the end.
And
the Yertle the Turtle, your favorite.
He is my favorite childhood. That's my favorite childhood book is Yertle the Turtle.
And it's topiary. I love that they have topiary up. Mm-hmm. We always love topiary. And here are some Who's.
And they were out and about. They are in the show, but they were also out and about. Kind of, you can see the Who Mart bag there, but they're kind of like, I don't know,
they were roaming.
They were
kind of roaming, telling everyone to have a happy hula days, of course.
And I really enjoy this, and not as much meeting the Grinch sometimes, but I enjoy seeing the Who's.
Always love being the Grinch.
I do not. He makes me nervous.
Why is that?
Because he's not. They have a Grinch meet and greet, and I bet we're going to see him.
Oh, we are absolutely going to see him.
But his heart has not gotten good yet. They have the mean Grinch. I like the one with the good heart.
We'll have to link to the video of you meeting the mean Grinch that one time where he chased you around the store. I think that's what.
But Jeff kind of made him chase me.
I had nothing to do with it.
I want to meet the Grinch after his heart grows.
Well, the Grinch here was actually not so mean. He was very surprisingly nice.
He was actually quite nice. He did, like the other. Well, I don't want to say the other one.
There's other
time.
It depends on his mood.
So anyway, yes, that's fun. I like all the decorations here. If you go over to Universal and Islands of Adventure, they have some very nice decorations for the holidays.
And well, this whole, where the Grinch is, that whole store, you can get merchandise for the Grinch.
And outside, I had never noticed before, but they were having a story time, and you can see one of the things is on the ground, and you have Sam I Am and Cat in the Hat. I mean, it's really great. I don't know if they do a meet and greet right after this, but we've seen all of these characters in meet and greets before.
Oh, and if you look in the background, you can see some more topiary, nicely themed topiary too, which I always appreciate.
They have quite a few in this on Seuss Island.
So now here we go, our favorite thing, the Grinchmas show. And normally you have to get there quite early, but again, this was such an unusually uncrowded day, we were able to sort of breeze right in. But I would normally recommend at least 45 minutes before showtime, lining up to get a good seat.
And this is really a must-do every year. It's up there with A Wondrous Night. It's up there with Candlelight. And actually, if I was going to see, I don't want to say if I was going to see one show, it would probably be Candlelight, but this would be really up there with it. It is such a really fantastic show every year.
Well, it has great music. It has great characters. The narrator always has a phenomenal voice.
Right, and there is the Grinch, and this is a Grinch I wouldn't want to meet.
He is the mean.
he is the mean Grinch.
He is very annoyed by those very noisy and loud Who's down there.
Yes, and here he is, and the Grinch comes down. He's going to steal all the... Is this when he's going to steal all the toys?
Well, this is actually the highlight of the show, is when he sings, "You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch."
That's my favorite number in the entire show, and it's totally worth the price of admission. And they really play off each other. The narrator and the Grinch play off each other so well in this.
Well, the Grinch has some high-class moves, too, that he adds to the performance, as always. So you don't get that kind of thing at Candlelight, that's for sure.
No, fortunately. It's best that they don't. But this is, again, it's really a very fun and sweet and just fun show. I just really enjoy it so much.
I love it too. The only slight negative I could say about the whole experience is the seats not that comfortable. Very tight.
It is. I mean, the way they do the seating, I think it would be nice to see even benches or something. Just, the seats, but it's okay. because you get to see the show.
Yes, that is very true. And somewhere, I think coming up, you're going to see Max the dog. A real Max the dog will make an appearance.
He comes out at the end.
It snows.
And it snows inside the building. So, yeah, and this is the finale, the total finale.
Yeah,
here.
There is Max the dog, and there's the snow, and there you go. So anyway, we've said it before, but definitely a highlight of our Christmas season. This is the earliest we've seen it in a number of years, actually.
Yeah, we often end up going over the first week of January, which we still might do, but we're going to be over there again tomorrow. I don't know if we'll get to see this again tomorrow, but that's okay. Maybe the first week of January we'll see it again.
So since we were so close, we decided to take a look at the Hogsmeade area to see the Christmas decorations. This is the first year, I believe, they've decorated for the holidays.
I don't remember the decorations from last year, but it was really nice to see them. We went and got a butterbeer, but we didn't end up with a hot butterbeer. We got a frozen butterbeer on this day.
Well, we will be seeing that, of course, too. Although I should mention the butterbeer prices has gone up more than any other item I can think of.
It's like
over the years.
$7 now, or more than
more
$7.
Than doubled in price since opening day, I believe.
Do you think? I don't know what it was opening day, but it used to be like $5. So $7 is a lot. So we just split one. But you know what? It was totally worth it. I like the frozen.
It is totally worth it.
I like the frozen butterbeer. I actually like the warm butterbeer a lot too, so I need to get that.
And this is something new that, at least new to us, the holiday feast.
And we saw a lot of guests with those. $64.99, and you get a platter for 4. I don't think that's a bad deal. And there is our frozen butterbeer overlooking. You can see the Marvel Island in the background.
Now, speaking of Marvel Island, we decided to head there, and it was unbelievable. One of probably actually my favorite ride in all of Orlando, The Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man. 5-minute posted wait. Not true. 0 wait. At no point did you stop until you sat down in the vehicle, at least the first time we rode.
Really the second one as well, and that was shocking to me. Like, we came here, and I thought it would be a little bit busier, and then you met Spider-Man, you went, no line.
Zero line.
There was one person in line.
Oh, one person. Horrendous.
And we had a really good time.
So speaking of good times, now we're moving over to the Swan and Dolphin Resort.
Yeah, we keep moving around Orlando.
Santa's favorite resort, by the way, I should mention.
And my personal favorite Santa meet and greet, and yours too, I think.
Oh, absolutely.
In anywhere ever.
100%.
And every year, if we want to see Santa and Mrs. Claus, this is where we come. And it's never too busy. It's not like the 6-hour virtual wait over at Disney Springs. And it really is so much fun. It's like entertainment, because Mrs. Claus is especially so much fun.
Oh, and don't shortchange Candy Cane.
We always enjoy Candy Cane, but first we're going to look at the Dolphin lobby. This is new for this year. A few months ago, they unveiled this new lobby with this beautiful chandelier, which is filled in. They added more crystals. There's about 10,000 of them now.
Absolutely beautiful.
And there's it lights really nice. The tree is much smaller this year because they don't have the center area anymore. And it's not really as much a tree lighting as it is Mrs. Claus and Candy Cane come out. You've already really got the tree lit up.
Well, it is not at all a tree lighting. It is a snow summoning.
Is that what they called it?
Summoning the snow. They don't call it that, but I do.
Okay.
If you watch the whole thing, the purpose of it is to say, Merry Christmas, and make it snow. And you know what? Here comes the snow.
And Mrs. Claus has her Polar Express book. And you saw the tree sort of lighting at that time. We see Lou Mangello there. We were all together.
Mrs. Claus has had that Polar Express book for years, and she never finishes it. I mentioned that to her this time.
We've been visiting them at least 5 or 6 years now. It's really always a treat to come out here. It's select nights, and it ends on December 23rd. It's really the weekend, sometimes Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Look at how happy Santa is. He's got his flip-flops, his Hawaiian shirt. He's going to sit in his nice outside area there. He's just so relaxed, so happy. And you would think he'd be more nervous, considering he's got such a big job. And he was out playing golf with Goofy. That's what he's telling me. So, and I guess he had a good game. So good for Santa.
This is the best Santa and Mrs. Claus meet and greet.
And Candy
Cane, but Candy Cane isn't in other meet and greets. This is the best one.
And look at how happy we are.
And this is the one I look forward to every single year. So we really, really recommend it. Check the Walt Disney World Swan and Dolphin website out.
And the fun was not over yet, because now we're going to look at chocolate. I wish I had some kind of a smell-itzer in the show.
Every year,
it
really
smells
nice.
Absolutely wonderful of chocolate, because everything you see here, everything made out of chocolate.
And this is at the Swan. If you walk over from the Dolphin, it's the first thing you're going to see.
Can't follow your nose.
And this has been here for, I think, 7 years now. We've been following it since the beginning. It hasn't changed really this year. I'm not sure if there's been any tiny changes.
The chef will probably tell you, because every year there's something little that's added. So we'll have to talk to
Well, I'm wondering if a couple of those snowflake ornaments are new, because I don't remember those from previous years, but I would have to look. So there could be a little something new, but in previous years, there's been big changes.
Well, now we had a special bonus. We're going up to one of the presidential suites for a tour, and we're going to take you for a little walk around.
I had asked if we could do a tour of some rooms, and that was about a month ago, and this is the night that we ended up going, and they had one of the presidential suites, a 2-story suite, available to tour. We have been in one of these in 2011, and they're about 3,200 square feet. They've got baby grand pianos, all the presidential suites do.
More square feet than our house.
It is incredible, and the views are incredible. I mean, if I could someday stay here, I mean, all I would want to do is order room service and sit on the balcony overlooking Crescent Lake and being able to see fireworks from Disney's Hollywood Studios and Epcot. I'm not sure if you can see the Magic Kingdom or not.
Yes, you absolutely. From your bed. From your bed. We're just we're going to do a very quick tour, and then we're going to go right out to the balcony and check out those amazing views at night. But first, this is the master bedroom coming up.
And there are 2 bedrooms in here, and it might sleep like 6, which isn't a lot. It's funny how at Walt Disney World, a lot of times the bigger they are, the less they sleep. So you've got all these TVs. There's a bidet in the bathroom. I don't know if we're going to look at that.
You know, we were talking, I think we could fit 100 people in here.
I think so too.
Easily.
Easily, yes. And you can't, like, they're not going to let you bring 100.
Mousesteps party.
No, there's no party. But we were all joking that you could have a lot of people in here if that was the case.
If one had that many friends.
Well, not only had that many friends, but if the resort was okay with it. And I don't think that would be possible.
Yes.
Anyway, here's the bidet.
Don't see those at Walt Disney World very often. You don't see that.
No, not very often. And here is a really nice jetted tub. They called it a jacuzzi, so I don't know. Maybe it's an official jacuzzi.
Could be.
Just really very nicely laid out.
Look at all this room. It's just unbelievable. But enough of this, enough inside. We could have spent another 10 minutes looking inside. Now we're going to go outside, and this is the most amazing view, the tallest view at all of Walt Disney World. No, even the contemporary. This is the highest view you're going to get. She
said she thought it still was, and I think it's incredible. Look at this. You can see Spaceship Earth and the Orlando Eye. It's amazing.
It is spectacular.
And we're looking at the beach club. The yacht club is off to the left. We can see the Christmas tree over at Epcot.
Well, what I noticed from this balcony, I was able to see the Epcot Christmas tree and the Hollywood Studios Christmas tree from the same location, with just my naked eye. So I thought that was pretty cool. That means you could see fireworks from that location from both places. Amazing.
And you can see the boardwalk also. It's just really a fantastic view. So if you ever, have the extra money.
It would be awesome for New Year's Eve.
Yes.
You could see all the fireworks, no hassle.
You never know. Maybe someday. Not this year, certainly. I would probably, if I had that kind of money, I'd want to go to Paris.
As always. So quickly, you said you have a few more things.
Yeah. So they have just the parlor area with the baby grand piano is almost 1,100 square feet. They have a conference table for 6, kitchen, like a full little kitchen, a wet bar, and I mentioned about 3,200 square feet is what I had written down from when we toured there before.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. Speaking of awesome, we're heading to Disney's Animal Kingdom. Actually, you headed over there today. And you found something amazing. The baby tigers were out.
Well, I went to Costco and I decided I wanted to go to Animal Kingdom on the way back. So
luckily, you had my backup video camera in the car.
Well, I brought it because I wanted to see them and to try to get a little footage for the show today. And they are so cute, and I was so glad to get there when I did because they seemed to be a little more just wanting to chill. Just maybe 15 minutes after I got there or so.
Well, you did a fantastic job. This is the first I'm seeing them, and they are incredible.
There's 2 Sumatran tiger cubs. They were born in August. They are the first tigers to be born at Animal Kingdom, which is great because there's not as many tigers here on the Maharaja Jungle Trek as there used to be a long time ago. Sony, I think, is the name of the mother. And Jada, and I don't want to say, I probably will mess up their names, so it doesn't matter. There's a male and a female cub, and they were about 12 pounds at birth. They're 4 months, and you can see them until right now about 1 or 2 p.m. Then they go back. So the best time to go is in the morning. It was very busy. There's so many guests who want to see them, and especially with the park being fairly busy right now.
So I've read there's less than 500 of these tigers left in the wild.
Yes, and they're bred as part of the Association of Zoos and Aquariums Species Survival Plan.
So nice, and now we get to watch them grow up right in front of our eyes.
Yes, and as I mentioned, there used to be quite a few tigers, so it's nice to have, some new ones, especially some babies here, and hopefully y'all get to see them.
Well, I can't say enough what a great job you did. I'm so impressed. You got awesome footage. Look at this guy. So anyway, you did really good. Now we're going to transition from tigers to something just a little bit different. It's Curious Axel. Here he is, and he is going to announce, or we're going to announce for him, the winner of his nice contest.
So her name is Annalise. She's from Belgium. I'm not really sure what her last name is, but he has already let her know on Twitter, and that is what she won. And it's very exciting. Such a nice little prize pack.
So thanks very much from Curious Axel, from the Curious Axel YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe and check it out. And we'll be seeing him right here in Orlando next month. We have big plans, and we'll talk all about that coming up. But we might even have a little meet with Mr. Axel, so that'll be fun. Maybe some Trader Sam's goodness.
That would be cool.
Absolutely.
I don't think we've ever done a meet.
We never have, and it's about time, especially if it is Trader Sam with Curious Axel. Doesn't get better.
What? That would be fun. So thanks to MEI Travel and MouseFan Travel. Please check them out if you're looking to travel to Walt Disney World or pretty much anywhere else in the whole wide world. And they do Royal Caribbean and other cruise lines. They just did a river cruise. And I mentioned they do all the Disney parks. They've been to all the Disney parks. I think they did an Adventures by Disney this year. Just really everything.
Everything. Total full coverage of whatever you're looking for.
Yes.
Anyway, that is another show. Next week we're going to have big doings. We're heading back to Universal Studios. We're going to check out the new parade. We went last week, and it was super windy, so they didn't have all the balloons up.
Right, so we couldn't share that because they only had like 4 or 5 out of maybe 15 balloons up. Plus, during the day, Christmas starts at the Magic Kingdom. The components of Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, like Mickey's Merriest Celebration, as well as A Totally Tomorrowland Christmas and the parade. So we'll get to see some of that later this week.
Not to mention SeaWorld, which has Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer, and Yukon Cornelius, all those characters. We're going to see all of them and all the great Christmas activities.
And Gatorland.
At SeaWorld. And Gatorland. Much goodness this week.
So we're traveling again kind of around here.
Yes.
So everywhere.
Anyway, I can't believe it. It's 250 shows. We're a quarter of a way to 1,000.
I can't,
almost there.
I don't think I thought we'd hit 250. I don't think we'll get to 1,000 would be a lot.
We will definitely make 1,000.
No, because I'll be like 100 years old by then. So, but thank you very much. We really appreciate everybody listening. We were hoping to do a contest this week, but maybe in the next few weeks we'll do something, but we couldn't think of anything yet.
We'll think of something.
We'll think of something.
Anyway, thanks again for listening. Have a great week, and we'll see you all next week.
Have a great week.